Hello and welcome to Naija's Geeking podcast. This is good, promises to be a very interesting episode. The whole crew is here today, and we have a very, very stubborn member of the crew making some of the most illogical arguments you will ever hear put forward in the history of this podcast. But we'll be going for that. Anyway, Kex, how are you doing?
I'm good today. I'm good. We spent maybe
What's
40
an
minutes
hour?
arguing. Yeah, just literally just arguing about someone who doesn't want to admit that that they're wrong. So they're bringing all kinds of sources. But okay, I'm good today. Apart from that, I'm not. I'm
Yeah,
not shocked.
you're not shocked at all. It's not surprising behavior. It can be.
Mm-mm.
Mm.
He was born
Okay.
under a stubborn star, so I'm not even surprised at all. But okay,
Yeah. Let's go. Get the regular. How are you doing?
You know me, I'm here to see who's going to get their will tested, who's going to capitulate first, and who's going to win in this battle. Yeah,
Okay.
we're here. Let's see.
Yeah, and Dakpo, how are you doing?
I'm very good. I'm very well. I'm calm, cool, and
Okay.
collected.
Okay. So, listeners, if you recollect, at least for the faithful listeners, a few months ago, when the Agatha All Along TV trailer dropped, we had someone that was so excited, extremely excited. He said it categorically that Agatha will be rated one of the top three MCU shows ever made. Like, if believe it in his heart, that would be one of the best three TV shows Marvel has ever made, at least
yes,
minimum. And that was him saying, that was him being generous at that point. It was like, this is going to be the best show they've ever made. But at last, at least, as bad as it can ever possibly be, I'm willing to give it up to the third position. And then someone else looked at him and said, you know what, let's put it to a bet. Bet on, put your money where your mouth is. Let's bet on this, that if you're so sure, we'll look at all the ratings available and we'll decide on this. Is it going to be one of the best three TV shows ever rated? And they said, okay. And then what we agreed on was a famous shut the fuck up bet where the person that wins has the right to tell the loser at any point in time to shut the fuck up, and the person must respond, yes, my lord, and then proceed to shut the fuck up
immediately.
immediately, yeah. And the bet was supposed to last for 2 weeks. So during the discussions, we agreed that, you know what, because we want to give Agatha time for the ratings to come in, we will check the ratings beginning of December
Correct.
and we'll see where Agatha All Along falls.
Yes.
And now we are here to
Yes.
discuss the ratings
First week in December.
that we've gotten, first week of December, to discuss the rating and present our cases as to does Agatha fall in this. So before we continue, let us know in the comments, do you think Agatha All Along is one of the top three TV shows Marvel has ever made? Or do you disagree? Let us know in the
For the
comments.
MCU, for the MCU.
For the
Not
MCU,
Netflix, not Agents of Shield, not ABC, just
I
the
mean,
MCU.
yeah, we are not completely ridiculous here. We're not counting Daredevil and the rest of them here. We're not counting Agents of Shield here. We're just
Yes,
counting
yes.
MCU TV shows.
Correct.
So yes,
And we said no. We also said non-animated.
did we?
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
I think you added that.
Sorry, no. You
I think
can go
you
on
added that one.
episode 190. You can go and check it.
Okay.
Okay, it's fine. It doesn't still enter
that's fine.
on any level, but it's fine. So yeah. So yes, I mean we're talking top three shows here. So yeah, so now we've gone around and checked all
Credible sources.
all the sources, credible sources we had. We've checked aggregated layers like Rotten Tomatoes. We've checked sources like Metacritic, IMDb that collates scores from multiple reviewers all over the globe. Like they put all
Accredited.
these scores together and they give us average scores of accredited reviewers.
Correct.
And we have our results. And Dakpo has also gone instead of a defense. I would leave it to him to explain how it came about his own ratings here. But yeah, so Dakpo,
Yes.
how did you determine those
Well,
from what you
I think the first question for Dark is: are you still standing on that hill that it's one of the top three shows after what you saw?
I have
Yeah.
evidence on top.
No, wait, first. After
Yeah.
after watching Agatha All Along,
Yeah.
based on your personal experience,
Sorry. Yes.
do you think it's one of the top three shows MCU has ever made?
Yes.
What are the first two that are better than it?
WandaVision.
One.
And the other one I would put in above it is animated. So I'm not going to pick What If.
So you're saying that Agatha All Along is better than Falcon and
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
You know how I feel about the ending of that.
Oh, no, I understand.
No. That's not the question.
But that's
I'll put above it. I actually, in the end, and I'll say this: Agatha
Agatha.
stronger after the finish. That I'm going back to rewatch the whole. This is it becomes a lot more deeper.
Okay.
Because the ending. Yes.
I'm sorry. So it's better than, as far as they're concerned, it's better than Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yes.
It's better than Moon Knight.
Yes. Actually,
it's better than She-Hulk for you.
I think it's better than She-Hulk. Yes, better than She-Hulk.
Okay.
Sorry, you mentioned Moon Knight. I forgot about that.
Okay. Is it better than Moon Knight?
I enjoyed Moon Knight a lot as well. But even if I put Moon Knight, that still makes it third.
So this is second. Is Moon Knight is better than it?
I'm betting now. I didn't think about that before. I still think it might. I prefer Agatha over it. I don't think I'll watch Moon Knight again. But this one, I'll definitely watch it again.
It's better than Loki, as far as they're concerned. I'm just running down the MCU shows. Loki.
God Almighty.
No, he's running down the shows.
Okay, run down.
Shows, yeah.
Okay, so please, can we start again?
It's better than WandaVision. No.
WandaVision is to me my number one.
So what was your number two? What was the number two before?
I don't think I've ever thought about it. But if thinking about it now, keep on going down, and I might forget something. Go on.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
So that I think that was my number 3 before. I think. Yeah, go on.
But Agatha is better than it.
Yes. I'll definitely 100% above it. Yes.
Loki's
way down my list. Both seasons.
Okay. What if?
What if is number 2 for me?
Number 2.
What if is number 2 for you?
Yeah, but it's animated. It was not part of the agreement, but it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please forget.
Okay. Moon Knight.
No, I think so. Moon Knight, Falcon and Soldier, and Agatha. Those will be my top 4. But I'll still put Agatha into. Go on. This is what I'm scared now because I can't remember anything else.
Miss Marvel.
Oh, I enjoyed that, but no, not top 4. Yeah, that's fine. That's fun. It's not top 4 at all.
She-Hulk.
I enjoy She-Hulk. To be honest, I think I might put She-Hulk 5th. Yeah, go on.
Okay. Secret Invasion, obviously. Loki, Echo, never mind.
I beg.
Yeah. So
yes. Literally, there's only 2. One that is above it, by one that is my gold standard. Even though I didn't even like the end of the Wonder, that last issue, but I still thought overall good.
So you didn't like the end of Wonder.
Yes.
You're willing to excuse it. You liked Falcon and the Winter Soldier. You didn't like
the ending.
But you're not willing to excuse it.
I'm excusing it by still saying it like 3rd or 4th. That's not excusing it.
Okay.
But I think that's what drops it. I think that's what drops it in points.
But that it doesn't drop. Or it doesn't Wonder
not that final to be below. To me, that whole speech, that whole last thing of and they said
you're forgetting the Isaiah Bradley conversation, but it's
good. No, yeah, he had a great episode. No, it's good, but overall,
we're just getting your biases in line here to know what we're.
No, actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, Moon Knight, I'm going to make that 3rd and Moon Knight 4th. I think.
So for you, Agatha All Along is the second best TV show Marvel has made.
Man them.
What if?
Okay.
So as far as that boy is concerned right now, he's saying with his full chest that Agatha All Along is the second best live action TV show Marvel has produced.
In the MCU.
The MCU has made.
Yes.
Agatha All Along.
You can say this 25 times.
No, because
Okay.
we just have to be very clear where we are saying,
Very
so
clear.
everybody can understand
Very clear.
how far that we need to take a stance
I've said something. And
with a straight face. How much that we need to die on a hill with a straight
and
face.
there are many things that back. There are many sources that back me up.
Mhm.
It's the
Many.
show.
Many.
Yes, it's a show that
Oh.
had the most continuous viewers and growth overall. Yes, you saw that yourself.
It started with one of the lowest shows, and even at its
No,
highest point, it didn't
you
meet.
did 9 million.
It's
It started with 9
even at its
million.
highest point, it didn't meet some of the better Marvel TV shows.
Doesn't matter. I said continuous growth.
Okay.
Continuous. It's one that bet. It's in all ratings. It was the best Phase 5 one, but I know that's not that's not our bet. The accolades.
I'm sorry. Did you just say Phase 5?
Yes, TV shows. It's the highest ranking of that.
What other Phase 5 TV show was released this in Phase 5?
Listen, I'm telling you, it's the best ranking. You can go and count them after this. That's your problem.
Yeah. Just to
Okay.
be clear,
Yes.
that in Phase 5, what you're comparing it to is Echo, Loki, and Secret Invasion. That's
So
Phase 5 TV show.
is it not the best?
What if it's there and X-Men 97
Oh,
is there?
again, not animated. Is it not the best?
I'm saying that you are like one of those
yes
people.
Or no? Yes or no?
I'm saying fine. I'm not disagreeing with you. But
You
you're one of
agree.
those people that would say, you're one of those people that would say, oh, my show was the best show that started with an A, show that started with an A, that
Like
was
some of
released
the
in the first
parameters
week.
that you are
Here's the thing.
That
about.
listen,
I'm listening to accolades, and then you're trying
That's not
that's
accolade.
not an accolade.
That's an accolade.
It's an
That's an
accolade.
accolade. It's not.
Accolade.
Nobody talks about that as an accolade.
Argue with all the article writers who are saying
Which
this.
article writer? You're quoting some
It was
random
from
blog and
Walter.
you're calling.
It's a Google search. Now, here's the thing, guys. And I don't talk to you guys on this podcast because you guys are annoying me. So I want to talk to our listeners in the public. These guys have gone away, picked some random sites they want to use to judge this thing.
Look in the camera. Look in the camera.
Look at the camera and say we picked random sites.
Okay.
We picked random
I have
sites.
gone and picked, I've got 2 quality, reputable sites, brought it forward.
Name the sites you picked.
They have dismissed it out of hand.
Oh God.
In the eagerness.
What sites did you pick?
Wow. In the eagerness to shut me down, in the eagerness to win a bet. This is how these people try to put pressure on me. We have an external influence, a guy called Duke. Now, this guy is a prat. He has poisoned the world.
Oh my God.
He's come and told these people that I will not agree. That anything I say, I will try and scatter this. No. I've been trying to play fair. I've brought screen roots. I've brought devotion. These guys have decided that whatever I say is not a void.
Dapo, did you just say Screen Rant is a reputable site?
I've now decided, for the sake of peace, for the sake of showing who's the better man, the bigger man, that you know what, I will step back because they're trying to paint me as this aggressive, trouble head. Never I say greed. No, I will accept. Since you guys believe you have taken these random things that I don't know what's
Oh my gosh.
something critique. I will bow. You're holding your bet.
Okay. So you concede.
I don't want to be printed in the bad light like some people try to.
So you concede.
I concede. Not
Shut
happily.
the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Thank you.
Yes, my lord, sir.
Yes, my lord.
Well played.
Yes. I will repeat this today for everybody, for listeners to hear.
Kex, question for you. How long have you been waiting to say that, and how did that feel?
I have been waiting for years. I've been waiting for episode 2 of this podcast in 2020.
You're almost crying. Okay, take your time.
If anybody needs me to
To tell him to, yes,
on that channel, and I got you.
I can't believe that was said in his defense that Screen Rant is a reputable site. That shocks me to the bone. But it's fine.
Yes, it is.
No,
Okay.
you may speak. No, we're on the podcast, so you know. So
Wait, that was scared of saying anything. Jesus Christ.
this is it's gonna be a great 2 weeks. It's gonna be a great
Beautiful 2 weeks. But
2
yeah.
weeks.
Oh my
Today
God.
is the
So,
2nd.
does he get any pass for the podcast today?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, you can talk, but
Yeah.
Okay.
it's always at the
But
risk
start
of shutting
saying
the fuck up.
nonsense. But
Yeah.
start saying nonsense. I'm going to give it to you.
Okay. Yeah. That's expected.
So if
So,
you want
yeah.
to say nonsense, just say, guys, I want to say nonsense now.
So,
Can I have
So,
pass
yeah.
to say nonsense? Then you say your nonsense. Otherwise,
So for listeners to make sure you understand it's what we did was fair, we checked IMDb, we checked Rotten Tomatoes, we checked Metacritic. These are the three biggest sites that collate reviews from all
come on.
recognized bloggers, all recognized reviewers, and they give an average score, an aggregated score. And on all these sites, Agatha was either the highest I saw for Agatha was fifth.
She was absolutely not top 3. Not top
Not
3.
at all.
Counting what if. You counted what if.
No, we
Not
took
even
out what if.
removing what if.
We took out what if.
Anyway,
Yeah.
by the way, listeners, I offer to take this to poll. By you, our faithful listeners, our faithful listeners. They refuse that option. But it is what it is.
Okay.
We
So
actually for parameters, but you've considered. There's no more.
there's no points.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we can still throw a poll out for just for posterity's sake, but we're still getting it shut the fuck up either way, so it's fine. Yeah. So
From Kex.
either way, you're still going to get it. Yeah. So yes, that bit of housekeeping aside, look forward for the next 2 episodes of the podcast. That boy is surely going to get that shut the fuck up a couple of times. So it's going to be Easter eggs for you.
I'm feeling very unwell.
No, you'll be fine.
So we've taken care of that bit of housekeeping, but for this week, since it's the 1st of December, we'd like to look back at all the comic books we've read over this year and talk about some of our favorite books that stood out to us for this year. So I think we can do a round robin pass along kind of style. You name one,
Yeah.
talk about that, we move to the next person.
Yes.
So I will start with Kex. You want to go first?
This year, one of the random best books I read.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Danger Street.
Danger Street.
Surprisingly, Tom King's Danger Street. So I think this came out last year, and it came out in single issues, but it's been collected, and I think it was 8 issues. And I was just thinking, let me give this a chance. I remember I read the first issue. I did not like it. I mean, the first issue when it came out, when it was single issues, and I, got the trade paperback of this, and I read the 8 issues, and it's actually
12 issues.
Really nice
So,
book. Excuse me,
12 issues.
Oh, 12.
Yeah,
sorry.
I remember it was 2 volumes.
Sorry, yeah, it's a really nice book. It has some obscure characters. It has Starman in it. It has Manhunter in it. Some really obscure characters that you haven't heard of.
I think we had Creeper and Metamorpho there as
Creeper was in there. Yeah, Metamorpho will play a key character as well. We're not going to talk too much about the story, but I think you should definitely read it. And it's good. And it has of course, it has the New Gods. So I just fell in love with it. It had Darkseid and it had High Father. So yeah, I would definitely recommend, Danger Street. It's one of those ones that has single issues. Again, Tom King is not the best at those, but once he does his limited run and you pick it up, it's usually quite sound. So Danger Street, I enjoyed. That's mine.
Okay, that's good. Dakmo.
Right, okay.
Also, wait, did anybody else read Danger Street here?
I did.
Oh, you finished it? Do you remember it?
Me?
Yeah, do you remember it? Yes.
Very, very much so.
Okay.
Did you like it?
What did you think?
I didn't like it at all.
Wow.
I complained about it throughout. I can even remember some scenes in it, like the sword fight.
Yeah.
I remember the sword fight. I think I read just that issue because I read the first 2, then I skipped to the sword fight, and that was ranted about it.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Okay.
You didn't like it at all. Yeah. I know it felt like that kind of Tom King book you need to get in the headspace for. to read and enjoy. You need to be in a certain headspace to read everything.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're like, what the hell is going on?
I think the more of him I read, the more
Harsher you judge him.
yeah. So I guess in the past I used to say if I like one book of his, I won't like the next one. I think that ratio is now increasing more on the bad side for me, and it's more because I'm kind of used to his style on certain things. So unless he's doing something really, really different, and there's one that we're going to talk about later on that I'm reading that you guys didn't like, and I actually liked. So it's with him, it's very hit and miss for me.
Okay, that's fair.
So if I'm going to mention, so you asked me for my So this pick, I think, was recommended by Kex, if I'm correct. I enjoyed it a lot, and it's called Local Man, and it's from Image.
Yeah,
and I've never, honestly, until you mentioned, I've never even heard of it before. And it's a good book. It's about it's almost like a failed superhero who's basically shamed and had to go back to his hometown,
small town.
and he's not really liked in his hometown, but it goes a bit deeper than that, and I don't want to spoil anything. Efforts are unearthed to make it it's a really good read, to be honest. And I was quite surprised how much I liked it. And I will say one thing: looking at the cover and looking at the art, initially I thought I'd hate it. It had that, and I think that's on purpose. It had that old school Image art style, which actually later when you read the story actually plays into the story, because these are about old school Image type teams, type characters. And so it's a really good book. I enjoyed it a lot.
It's one of those stories that try to deconstruct superheroes, but make it fun. So they're not trying to say, it's a fun book. And it's a classic trope in movies where successful guy goes back to the village, to his hometown, to learn lessons. So it plays around with that small town nostalgia.
Do you think it would do well as a TV series on Prime Video or something?
As a TV show. I would like it as a TV show on Prime.
I think so as well.
With the kind of budget for Gen V, with the kind of budget for boys and Gen V.
Maybe not even. No, it doesn't even need that, because there's not much. His powers are not like pyrotechnic or CG in scope, or you get, like, it doesn't need. He's basically like almost like a Hawkeye slash. He can see the potential in things. So
I would like big budget for like those cutaways scenes to the big action scenes. Yes. I would like some budget there.
The flashback to the era when he was a hero.
Yes. Those
that doesn't need more than 1 minute in every episode. There's some budget there, but the rest of the show could be almost like True Detective type.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
And then him constantly fucking up around. So that is fun to watch. Yeah, that kind of show.
It will have to be a very charismatic actor to pull it off.
I honestly think it should be one of these popular actors with skills who's slightly over the hill, slightly.
Or like a Jim Carrey type.
A likable fuck up.
No, Jim Carrey is too much.
There's someone I'm thinking about, but the person is not. Is maybe a bit older now. Unfortunately, is Vince Vaughn, because Vince Vaughn has that.
Vince Vaughn. You just saw him in Bad Monkey, right?
Okay.
Yeah, but he has that pretty kind of fuck up. I don't know. But okay.
Yeah, I won't mind it there. But it's that kind of shit. You just sit back, watch, and enjoy.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Right?
I'm going to skip this one because I can't even remember anything I read.
You read the Brutalizer now.
But I thought we are just going to talk about that. I did like that, but I'm not. Is it my best book for the year?
No, not necessarily your best book.
It's not an book.
Akogun, the Brutalizer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, so that was a good book.
That was a good book.
The art was impeccable. I like the coloring. And I like the take on the story. No, it was a complex read. Every time an issue came out, I had to go back and start again. Else I couldn't figure it out. But in the end, it became clear what it was doing. So that was a good one.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
I think that's the only thing I remember that I read this year.
And I think it's and I know this sounds weird, but I think it's one of the only books I read this year. If not I think it's the only book I read this year that had like a very graphic sex scene. And the babes were like,
I was just
what?
talking, and that was the only thing I was remembering. I was just
As
avoiding.
in-
I was just avoiding. I was just avoiding saying it.
back out for wall. I was like, man, it was
Oh, it's funny though.
Well,
Before that book, I can't remember when last saw a scene
yeah,
like that.
that
Yes.
was so sensual on
Yes.
the comic.
yeah,
And I looked at that and I felt, oh wow,
Yeah.
I felt the sexuality of that scene.
yes,
Even Conan, that goes borderline.
Yeah.
With
Yeah,
like,
Conan will probably be, and I've not read a Conan book in ages, so that's probably why.
just
Conan
from the way,
stuff
but
like that.
yeah, but this one was.
this was
This was different.
it was good. It was good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess what I said for all the shadows out there, you want to read this book.
If you like, fake,
and it's very
yeah.
short, 3 issues.
Yeah, I
Very
think
short
so.
story.
Yeah.
It will leave you wanting at the end for more. But yeah.
Yeah, I think there's more coming actually from
On this, or
Yeah.
just another
Yeah.
another pantheon.
from this story. Apparently,
From this story, yeah.
Okay.
the opening chapter.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It
I
feels
love that.
it feels like the prologue for a story,
Yeah.
not a complete story by itself. And that's So
Okay.
there's that. For me, I will go with Boy Wonder by Juniper.
Okay.
I really like that book. Like even the way the story is told, the art style and everything. I would like to see an animated movie of this one. Yes.
Yeah.
With this,
Yeah.
I want,
Yeah.
and this is something Disney can do easily with
Yeah.
all the animated movies they do. Like
But
this,
when you say an animated movie, you're not
Yeah.
talking standard DC animated.
It's something
even the
like
standard DC animated movie you're currently doing with
No.
because this art style is not
If
out
I
of
say,
their
may I say something? I think,
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt you, but I think
no problem.
they could make this a 1-hour special on HBO or on Max using that art style.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'll just do like that 1 hour. Don't do like the DC sexy art or just make it
Not the
great.
DC sexy art, this particular art
So
style.
am I the only one who struggled with the art?
No. Well, yes, in this one, in this context. I've read all that Junibar stuff, and the art is quite difficult. But this one, it kind of felt very like a story,
appropriate.
like, appropriate to the.
I think I struggle with my struggling with the art didn't last past page 2 or 3.
Yeah, you guys told me that, but when I read it and I still struggle.
Yeah,
it's not my thing. No, I'm not into.
Yeah.
I'm not into. I like clean. I like clean lines. I like bright colors and stuff.
Yeah. So for me, it's and I will say this thing. For this year, DC books, at least they are short stories. They've been on point.
Absolutely, like absolutely, no contest, contest at all. And one thing, sorry to hop on this Judy Bar thing, but that Boy Wonder. Another thing I liked was the very, very odd end, where where Robin almost creates a group of Robins, like a foundation of Robins. He gives them the R and he says, "You've joined us now. Do better." That kind of thing. Like very on comic book like. Very
actually
different.
That was this year they were Robin's book in
I remember,
New 52. Yeah,
I think it was the last time I did it, or was it that fraction? Yeah, I remember the We Are Robin.
Yeah. So
that
was when they were introducing this black guy as Robin. I've forgotten his name.
That's where Duke came from.
Duke. Yes.
Duke. That's where Duke came from.
Yeah. So there's that. So that's for me. Back to you, Kex.
I'm going to steal one, and this is American Born Chinese, a book I did not expect to enjoy half as much as I did. And I think we talked. This was a fairly recent one as well, so we talked about it. It's can I call it a coming of age story of a Chinese boy in London, in America, and kind of it tells a little story about the Monkey King, and that kind of brings it into modern times as well. But I just really enjoyed the book. so much, and the fact that the way the boy is thinking, he doesn't want to be a stereotypical Chinese boy, and I think he was the only Chinese boy in the school with one other girl
At first,
who was
yeah.
also Asian. I think she was Korean or something. And just him coming to terms, I mean, it's almost like coming to terms with their own identity.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
And it's something that anyone who is like either an expat or you were raised different in a classroom, like whether you were gay or LGBTQ or just even like maybe even a different tribe. Maybe you were like maybe an Igbo boy in a Yoruba school and almost everybody's Yoruba, and just trying to I really enjoyed it. Him wanting to be one of them so badly that he almost like changed his own look. And it's a really good book, and it's short as well. I know it was one that read in like the art as well, but the art kind of fit the story. It was very simple. But yeah, read it, American Born Chinese, which is I think it's very different from the Disney show. I never watched
completely different.
I watched this, so the Disney show just played it straight.
Yeah.
They almost, I want to say they almost lost the whole idea of what that book's about.
The whole point behind the comic book,
They took the high level concepts and just played it straight.
Okay.
It's not.
You have a Monkey King in high school with a Chinese kid, and
the whole thing about fitting in
was lost.
Making sure, trying to lose your own identity because you want to feel among.
Yeah.
The book focuses a lot on that, and you see. I think there's one time a cousin of his who comes to join him, who's even more.
Who is now the stereotypical Chinese?
All that. I mean, I think for me, it spoke to me because I think almost everybody here, we've had that. We've moved from one country to another country. We've lived there. I've done it twice. I've done it back and forth.
Yeah.
And so I can see how it works with people. And as you said, it's not just that. If even people who belong in that country, everybody at one point in their life wanted to fit in.
Wants to fit in.
Yeah. And this will speak to you on that level. It's a really good book. It's not the type of book I normally read, which is why I'm happy about this podcast, because guys recommend stuff that normally would never find its way onto my radar. But this was really, really good. So I don't regret reading it at all.
Good.
I'm struggling to think of a book I enjoyed more this year than
just for
Chinese.
enjoyment.
Enjoyment. I'm struggling to think of a book I enjoyed more this year than that book. But it's I think it's basically perfect in terms of the storytelling. There is no flaws. In fact, for me, there is no flaws anywhere there. 100% recommend for anybody, whether you like comics or you've never read a comic book in your life. This is a book that I think can speak to anybody. American Born Chinese.
Sorry, there's a comic book as well that I'm trying to remember the name, but this one is about Indian kids, like India. The book is based in India, and I'll try to remember the name and recommend it at the end of this one. But it's a bit similar. It's based in it's situated in, I think, Mumbai or something, and it's basically it's very Slumdog Millionaire, and the art is very Indian as well, and it's 4 friends and them. I'll try to remember the name. Sorry for it. But...
Okay.
Is it by Ramvi?
Yeah, it's Ramvi.
Okay, I'll try and find something about. I'll try and find it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dapo.
I'm going to again. This is another book recommended by someone on this podcast. I think this was recommended by it was one of the nominations for the Eisner Awards, I believe. And I'm going to talk about the Call. And I enjoyed this book. Now, I didn't think it was the best thing I've ever read.
No.
But I enjoyed it a lot, and it had a lot of elements of things that really intrigued me. Basically, people walking into a different world. There's a mystery involved. I like mysteries like that, because you try to work out what's going on as you go along.
Yeah.
It's a bit. I think somebody mentioned this on the podcast. It's a bit like Stranger Things at the beginning. You have to work out.
That's a good comparison.
That's true.
So that's it for teenage women, for teenage girls.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I really enjoyed the concept of it and the fact that they went to this world. this world actually changed them somehow, and they came
Yes.
back and brought back some of those abilities. But then you find out, have they come back to the right place? It's got all those elements, and it's really good. And then there's a mystery of when they come back to the world. There's certain things going on that so it's really it's a book that ticks all my boxes in terms of mystery, sci-fi, universe. It just touches it all, and it's written competently. Was Kelly Thompson?
Yeah, Kelly Sue Thompson. Yeah, it was Kelly Sue.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed this.
And she writes female relationships or female dynamics very well.
Very well. Yes.
It's just the same thing that she does in Birds of Prey as well, where it's a group of women, but it's not catty. It's they talk about feelings, you understand, but it's not in a way that's like, oh, moving on. It's just it's a good read. It's a good read.
Yeah. Would you want to see this being adapted?
Oh, 100%. 100%. But
I would.
I want it to be adapted, not like Stranger Things. I want something like
what?
Not like Stranger Things.
Not like Stranger Things. I've seen that level. I'm not dissing Stranger Things, but
no, of course not.
I want a lot more put into it. There's a TV show that I think I would like it to go to that kind of level of in depth. That show was a bit too much, to be honest. Even though it's one of my top shows, I think that show was called The Dark. Is that the correct phrase?
The time travel one,
yeah. Yes.
Oh.
It's like was it Danish or it was?
Yeah, it was.
No,
it was something like that. It was. It was Scandinavian. That show is very complicated.
Yeah, it was complicated. So the only downside to that show is you literally had to go and read a chart to be able to track what was going on. I don't think that people. I just like the way they handled the intrigue, and we'll try to work out things as we were going on in that show.
Okay. Yeah, I think it would be. I think the unfortunate thing is, I think it would be. Sorry, not the unfortunate thing. I think it would make a great show. But my fear is, and this is something that happens a lot. If it's not the big two, a lot of the times these shows get cancelled. And it's very frustrating when you get I
don't mind the season of this show.
Because the reason why I don't think a season would be enough is even where we stopped.
Yes.
It was them just discovering that the thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I think
like a season or two. A season or two with the dark budget. Nah, I don't like even the books. I don't want more than the second volume, to be honest.
Okay.
Like I would rather a self-contained mystery than a sprawling mystery.
I always think middle, so start, middle, end. And when I say season, I'm not talking about 15 episodes a season.
Yeah, 6 is fine.
6.
6 is fine. Yeah.
Because the first volume will be the book, the series we read.
First
season. Then season 2 is them finding their way back home, and they end with back home. And then you can end with a teaser or what's this thing called? Something that's changed and just end it there.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
For me, that's the kind of story I want for this. But
okay.
I would like to see it on Netflix, which maybe this is the kind of show I won't mind them taking away some of the big CG expensive stuff and scaling it down, like the big monster scenes and all of that.
Yeah.
I won't mind them reducing budget for it.
Right. So let me ask you a question here. Netflix at the moment, and I might be wrong, but in my mind, they spend money on big names. I'm not sure they're quite spending money on big visual masterpieces. Legacy, when they did Jupiter,
Jupiter's Legacy,
it wasn't a big budget. They didn't spend that much money. It was very low key. But when they do things like Extraction, they're spending 200 million plus on a 90-minute movie. And
you know what? I like it's like having a babe that you love and hate at the same time. Like I love and hate Netflix so much because they will do, and this is my hate part. They will do things like They will do things like the Electric States. They will do things like the Gray Man with the Russos, and they'll say, okay, you know what, this is 200 million or 180 million, or they'll do Red One with Wade Johnson and say, this is 250 million. Go and waste this money. Don't bring back change.
Make of it what you will.
Make of it what you will. If you whatever, smoke some crack, cocaine, whatever, don't come back with change. But they will see something like Dead Boy Detectives that people are into, and be like, no, we don't want to.
See,
one season.
I won't blame Netflix because here's the difference. The people that are into all these shows, they are really, really into them. But for all this Grey Man, Extraction, Red One, nobody's into them, but they will watch it. You watch and forget. You turn it on and forget about it. So a lot more eyeballs are on those shows, but nobody likes it. Nobody cares about it. It's just background Netflix noise. But the really good ones, not a lot of people are going to tune into Dead Boy Detectives, but the people that actually watch it are going to love it. But Netflix doesn't care about how much you love it.
You are right.
It's about how many people.
You're right. But again, you know, there's a way that you can push these things subtly. It's not even, the marketing doesn't even have to be huge. Have them do a couple of shows. Have them do a couple of interviews. And remember that even something like Game of Thrones, its first season wasn't its blockbuster, season. But once people hear good word, they will go back and be like, "Oh, I watched season 1. Okay, let me start it." It doesn't
Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones will probably not go more than 2 seasons in this current phase, because right now everybody's about ratings and all of that. Back then it was cable TV. You have comedies that will take years to find their feet, and they will go on for 10 seasons. If your second season drops,
which is why like the HBO tends to commit more than I guess people like
Netflix.
I'm not. Are they still like that? Do they still commit?
HBO?
Yeah.
We don't know.
I'm not. Apart from the older shows, I don't think I've seen any recent HBO show that is not limited. I'm trying to think of a non-limited HBO.
Well, they did Clean House with the whole Max and stuff. So they're also on a
they have all I can think. The only one I can think about is that one with Larry David.
Oh, Curb.
That's been going on way before streaming.
Yeah,
I'm sure that
exactly.
The order on HBO right now is the pre-streaming era shows that I can still remember as still ongoing. I'm trying to think of any major show that came out after streaming that wasn't a limited run. And it's still ongoing.
But yeah, I would like to see the call on TV, so Red.
Okay. Yeah, so trying to remember. So I don't think we all read this, but I read this year, thanks to you guys. Nice House on the Lake. Because I had missed it, and you guys pointed me back to it. I missed the episode where we called it. So that I think I remember that now.
Yeah.
And it's also a show I would like to see on TV. On HBO. Yes.
Totally HBO.
Yes, it's HBO. It's a supernatural horror, horror thriller.
Yeah, I did everything.
This mysterious guy called Walter invites his 12 friends to a house on the lake, and the world that had ended.
Yes,
and then so
that's a great book.
Yes, that's a great book. I think because I miss when you guys talked about it, and then somebody pointed me back to it, and I went to read it. Yes, so good. I remember that. I remember I read that this year.
That one cannot be done by any stupid.
It can be done by Netflix.
What?
It can be done by Netflix. It can be done by Netflix.
It can be done poorly. It can be done poorly.
No, it can be done well. They did this thing because let me land one. They did this thing. House of Fall of the House of Usher. I'm imagining this show.
I've not seen Fall of the House of Usher though.
I have.
Yeah. So they guess the tone of continue.
No. I was going to say that's a good call. That's a good show. But it is the showrunner for Fall of the House and Midnight Mass. Flanagan or something. I can't remember the guy's name. So he's quite good.
He's good.
Yeah, so he's quite hands-on, he's quite good. But to really get the bang for your buck, I would say you should go for HBO.
For this
To
house,
get your
for this
no,
house.
see, to get the bang for your buck for anything, just give it to HBO.
Yeah.
No,
But like,
this looks right up their street because
Right up it.
Netflix is not known for great dialogue and
that's
groundwork.
why I'm calling this Flanagan guy, because like the
No,
Midnight Mass you called, the
Yeah.
House of Usher, they are
All of
two
that.
great horror shows with
Yeah.
like, and this show would fit in
the right thing.
into
Okay,
that particular
I've not
tone.
seen those.
Yeah,
I've not seen those, but I think
yeah.
the Nice House on the Lake will do well with.
Oh, it will do well with HBO.
I can actually literally picture the guy with his glasses.
With his glasses, and the glasses
Yeah.
was always white.
Was always like
Yeah.
like anime,
Yeah.
like it's
yeah,
like
like anime,
in the
exactly
light.
like anime.
Yeah.
Even the way he
befriended them. Oh, when he morphed, yeah.
Yes. I think it was shot or something. I think somebody shot him or something, and then
that effect. I want to see that.
that effect. Yeah.
Realize
You guys actually remember it.
No, I remember very well because I actually went to reread part of it because I'm reading the follow-on.
Nice House by the Sea. The House by the Sea.
Yeah, by the sea. Yeah, and it's kind of book you really have to go back and read again to remember the characters, who's what, and how they.
Okay.
I think that's actually one of, if not the best book I read this year, if I'm being honest.
Oh, so did we all read it this year?
It was this year.
Yeah.
Okay. So I missed.
This year.
Okay, because I got on it later than you guys. Okay.
I totally forgot about that until you mentioned.
Yeah. Good shots. Okay.
Yeah. So we briefly touched on this one, but I'll just call it out: Birds of Prey. This book is just fun. It's like it's comic books the way comic books I think are supposed to be. It's not too serious. You're just having fun reading. It's a breeze to read. Quick read, all of this. Very likable characters.
Very likable characters.
Yes.
Very
it's not
likable.
a world-ending series. Lots, and the characters are not being stupidly dramatic. They're just having fun. Very competent storytelling. Interesting to book.
So go on, Kix.
No. I was going to say that, and it's a group of characters where they don't all have the same type of dynamic with each other. So I'll explain what I mean by that. So, what's her name? Dana, the Black Canary, is like the leader, or the leader / almost like the protector of all of them. But at the same time, Cassandra and Bada have a different relationship than Zealots and Bada. Or you get what I mean? Like, there's the way Bada will look at her and be like, "Oh, little cats. So how are you doing today? Are we going to fight again?" There's just that whole. I love it so much.
And to your point, they are well characterized. Like the relationship, the interpersonal relationships between each of them is not homogeneous. Not everybody likes this person. Not everybody hates this person. They all have different levels of this person. They are super close together.
This is the one I'm super close to.
Yes. This is the one this one is the crazy one that we just tolerate. Things like that. And the group dynamic works a lot. And you can tell the writer is just having a lot of fun on this particular book. It reminds me of Nightwing when Nightwing started.
So can I say something?
Yeah.
Better praise. You mentioned Nightwing.
Yeah.
They have a tone that seems to be coming back into comics. It's a tone we've missed for a while. And I think it's similar. Mark Waid
is doing it a lot.
Similar tone with a few comics as well.
He's doing it a lot.
It's almost like bringing back
the playfulness.
It's not always about dark. It's not always being dark. It's not everything's one ending. There's a bit of fun. There's a bit of enjoyment. And it's kind of I kind of like I like it's
I
a
like
thing.
I like what Mark Waid is doing, but I would argue personally, Nightwing and Birds of Prey are doing it better. So they are bringing in the fun, but they are not as silly. As what Mark Waid is doing. So it's fun.
You're right. Mark Waid is going. He's slightly pushing it a bit further, and he's basically harking back to an era that the like brighter. And Shazam, he's left Shazam now, but he's definitely had a bit.
Did you just call him Shazam?
and but then his Justice League, his what's that team?
World's Finest.
World's Finest.
World's Finest, yeah.
And now he's doing Justice League.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
It's a very good energy. Yeah. So to your point, yeah, that's a really good book. That's a really good book.
But funny enough, I'm not sure I want to see this adapted.
No,
I'm not sure.
No,
Yes.
no.
Yeah.
No.
Not everything is for adaptation. So.
Yeah.
In a way, to me, this book is a book for comic people.
Yeah.
The characters, you got Batgirl. To me, you have to know the background of these characters. You know the energy. It's not something a TV show for me. Leave this one for us comic fan boys to be reading, please.
Yeah.
It's not everything on TV.
It isn't. And even worse, if they did decide to auction this, the unfortunately, I know it is Greg Berlanti that they will give it to. So let them
God forbid.
Unfortunately, it's Berlanti that they will give it to.
No. Yeah.
So
the only thing about TV is I would just love to see who they will cast as Big Bada. That would just be my interest.
Yeah.
It will be this lady that played Brian of Tat in
Oh,
Game of Thrones.
No. What's her name? Gwendolyn?
Yeah,
Gwendolyn Christie.
She was
Yes.
yeah. She was Lucifer in Sandman.
Sandman, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No.
There was a comic book I read recently. You guys would have. This was months back that it came up. I read it recently, so you guys would have read it. It was one of the Absolute Power comics, and it was the one that they were on Themyscira. The Birds of Prey were on Themyscira. Yeah. And not that the one that they snuck into Themyscira. Now that they were using Themyscira as a hideout.
Okay.
Yeah. And there's a bit there where I think it was Dan Mora that drew that particular comic, and he drew Big Bada, and I was like, oh, she looks amazing. Like I will take a picture of it. I will look for it. I'll take a picture and I'll send it. So I'm like, it was that is a chick. So Gwendolyn Christie cannot. No.
And I shouldn't be the one saying this, but she's too ginger for Bada.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Bada is the opposite of ginger.
Completely, yeah.
She's such a thing.
Yeah. I will just give an honorable mention to the book Bada by I can't remember
I like the book.
It's good. It's very good. But I want to talk about something I didn't like.
Is that the young
by Ngozi Okazu? Yeah,
this was a Naija.
Is that the young adult version of Big Bad?
Young adult one, yeah, that's the one.
I've not read that yet.
Is it a young adult or even below teen?
Okay, I'm not sure.
It's not why it's for kids below why you won't give your teenager this kind of book. It's too young. Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's a good book. But from what I liked to what I didn't like, I did not like Jonathan Hickman's Gods. I read the collected trade paperback of this.
Yeah.
Because I didn't read it when you guys were reading it. I read the first one and I was like, this is going to be too complicated. Let me wait until it's all done. And I'm glad I waited until it's done. It was much clearer afterwards, but at the same time, it was still as confusing. I think I hate this book. I think I hate this book because I think it tries to be overly complicated with a lot of not even the concepts. No, it's not the concepts. It's not the concepts. I don't know how to explain why I find it so difficult between, the servitors of the 100 and the avatar of the one who is all to be. And I didn't connect with anybody. There was, the avatar character is someone that is supposed to be really cool. Almost like he's their version of Constantine.
No.
Almost
kind of, yeah.
Yeah, what's this word? Like not a nihilist, but a character that is like he doesn't really send, but he does what he needs to do to get the job done, and he doesn't bring people into his trust. He doesn't tell them what's going on. I couldn't connect with him. I couldn't connect with his assistant, Dimitri. I couldn't connect with his wife. I couldn't connect with the new character that was shared, that was like a magical girl that had been brought into the science world. I don't know why he did. This is a book that should have genuinely, again, we keep saying they should have just been an independent book and had nothing to do with the Marvel universe.
And that's how I read it.
I struggled.
That's how I read the book. Yeah,
I think that's the biggest issue with this book is they're right in my mind. This was like somebody said to him, "Oh, we like what you did with Fantastic Four, Secret Avengers, Secret Wars, that whole long arc. We want something similar, but you've only got 8 issues to do it and tie it." It's like
this
you
is
do all these characters in this short run. They're meant to tie into the Marvel universe, and I believe it was meant to lead into an arc in the Marvel universe, which never happened beyond.
Yeah, I think it was supposed to lead into something.
1 or 2. So it's just left hanging, and it went nowhere. In my view.
What's his name? What's his name again?
Hickman.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Hickman.
You know they finished work.
That one didn't get it.
So the thing here is, I don't think this is him not finishing work, because normally when he works for other companies is when he's under somebody else's hammer, he does the job.
He does the job, yeah. But when
one, I don't know what happened, if I'm being honest, because even Thor, there's one issue of Thor mentioned it, and then that was it.
I think they saw the reception to this book and they said, you know what, we are not doing because if you've been following Hickman on Substack, and I mentioned this when I saw this when I first saw the first issue, that so much of the concepts here are what is exploring in his Substack three worlds universe.
3 worlds, something. Yeah. 3 moons, 3 worlds.
3 moons. Yeah, something like that.
Can I make a conversion?
What?
I do not know how to navigate Substack.
No, same.
It must be an age thing, because I can't either.
Same.
I can't either.
I can't navigate
it's
it.
very, very bad. It's very bad.
Yeah.
I tried that 2 or 3 times and I just gave up.
It's terrible for reading comics. Like the only books I read there were like when he finally collected in 1 issue, or some of his when he sent. I subscribe to his Substack when I get some of the notifications. Yeah. So
I was almost
tempted
to buy the hard copy of that 3 Wars one because
it's not worth it. You know, the world building there is like it's the same thing here: magic versus science. Science comes up, then magic goes down. Magic comes up, then science goes down. So I think he just basically adapted that concept and said, "Okay, let me see how I can sell it on Marvel," and he wrote a story around it. But yeah, my problem with this book is that at the end of the day, I don't feel anything is resolved. Basically. Like there's a lot of plot points in the air, and there's a big battle at the end, and I'm struggling to see how it connects. Like Dimitri's Dimitri was looking for his parents, or something like that happened in 1 issue.
That was like a separate thing. Like
entirely, and we just like one maybe note about it in the last issue, and like maybe I need to read the entire book again to understand. But yeah, it was a weird book.
And one thing I kept thinking as well is, are these new characters? I've never seen this Win guy before. Is he new?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like this whole concept of
Win is new.
Yeah, because the whole concept of the powers that be and stuff, I was like,
completely new.
Is this new?
It's completely new.
Is new? Okay.
Oh yeah,
totally new. Yeah, because I was wondering if it was like the DC one, you know,
Hickman set out to put what's this thing called a new layer on the cosmology of Marvel. That's what
okay.
I'm introducing this new layer on top of everything else that is going on in Marvel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I didn't. So to cut a long story short, I did not like this.
Like that book. Okay.
I didn't. Yeah.
So I've not read it. I've not finished it enough to know if I like it or not. I just couldn't figure it out. I was confused, and I'm probably going to give it one shot now to try again.
Yeah.
But I'm not very hopeful. Just too much high concept for me.
Yeah, I was quite disappointed even with the main character because I just couldn't connect.
I'm going to read it because I'm not sure, and this is why I'm reading this, because I feel like I might have missed some of the personal stories between him and his wife. Maybe that's I think he might have had a thorough line throughout the entire book about the personal journey, because it starts with him and his wife getting divorced. I'm not sure.
It doesn't.
That whole story is it's not that difficult.
It doesn't today. It doesn't.
It doesn't.
They don't show them
That
I'm
together or
looking
anything like that.
for.
that goes your
Harry,
I'm looking for.
you're
that goes
right.
your
They recruited the wife to the opposite side of Lost
Yeah.
and she had the choice to make, and she took it. It
Yeah,
literally,
Yes.
I shot him in the face. Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't get
So
resolved more than
He
that.
doesn't get anything
He
else.
spends the
Okay.
whole thing pining for her. He spends the
Yeah.
whole.
so there goes your straw.
There goes my straw. So yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Sorry.
that one for me that I would say, try it. It might be for you, but it just was not for me. Okay, that one.
What am I next?
Yeah.
Oh, I have
Right.
nothing more. Should go somewhere else.
I'm going through the list that we compiled a list. There's a few here that I want to mention, but I think I'm going to go. If it's things I'm enjoying, and this is ongoing, I'm going to call out something called All Winter. So
Okay, yeah.
it's
Night of Steel or Winter.
Is it the
Yes.
black and white one?
correct.
Yeah.
Right. Now, it's funny you mentioned that because yes, most of the pictures are black and white. It's not a black and white comic.
Yeah, no, yeah. It's the world. The world is
Yeah.
black and white.
Yeah. So yeah, for some reason the world has lost color, basically.
Has been bleached. Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
it's been bleached of color, and we follow. I always call him Slade. We follow Slade.
Slade.
Yeah, he's Slade, and he's found this miraculous child.
Yeah.
Who is the only person or anything or even object that has color. And it's a story about how he's trying to, well, long term, I guess, trying to return color to the world.
Yeah.
It's an easy read. I don't know why I enjoy it. It's just
No, it's a good book. That's why you enjoy it. I like it a lot. I've conceptualized it as a movie.
right.
And I'm like, how would this look in a movie if a director made a movie that was shot black and white?
Yeah.
And in the world, there's no color in the world. The world has lost color. But there's this child, the one, or miracle child, or golden child, or whatever, that the main bad guy of the world is trying to kill. And then, our hero is trying to protect it. I was just like, I would love to see something like this in a movie. Like, the concept is cool to me.
Who's the artist? Because I love the art, especially when they draw the colored kid.
When they draw the boy with his hair and his green eyes, and
it stands out. It's really good.
It really pops. It really pops. Yeah.
And I think that trick they use makes you think, oh God, you just really want color to come back to the whole world. It's weird how that book appeals to me.
It's weird because I thought the book was going to be like a retelling of Deathstroke's story, like the retelling of him, his sons. One of them dies. His wife kills his. He kills his son by accident. I thought it was going to be like a retelling in a medieval world, but that's not the case. It's actually like a different. It's not a reimagining. Sorry, it's not of the story. It's a completely different story. What's the guy's name? Jay Christoph is the name of the artist. Yes.
Yeah.
It's a Tom Taylor one with Jay Christoph. The art style is very nice. The whole concept, I think, is really, really good.
Nice.
So that's
okay. So I'm going to pick that up now. Yeah, I'm going to pick that up. I've not read it yet. So
the other thing I don't like about the book, and it's not even anything to do with the book, is
short.
No, it's the fact that there's two other books. Literally, sometimes I mix them together. You got this one. You got a film called The Kryptonian Age.
Dark Knights of Steel? Or which one?
No,
yes.
that's
the third one.
Okay.
No, this is All Winter is Dark Knight of Steel.
Yeah, but it's a different story.
It's a different story.
Yeah, it's Dark Knight of Steel or Winter. It's set in the same world, I think.
No. It's similar to the right, but there's color in Dark Knights of Steel world, but there's no color in Slade's world, wherever this is.
Yeah.
I honestly can't even tell what time period compared to the.
True.
Okay.
So there's no Superman. There's no Clark. There's no Bruce of the House of Wayne or anything in that All Winter.
Okay.
just Slade.
Okay.
I'm going to ask a question.
And his daughter. Yeah.
This is how you can see how confused I get sometimes.
Okay.
Which one of them has the Aquaman story at the back?
That's the All Winter.
The
No,
same
no,
book.
no. Aquaman story is
Yeah.
not all winter now. Aquaman story is skinny now.
There's an Aquaman story at the back of All Winter, like 5 pages. All this back of.
No, it's not. Is it in black and white?
No, it's in colored.
That is Dark Knights of Steel.
Dark Knight of Steel, or is it the name of the book is Dark Knight of Steel dash All Winter.
So you guys
Yeah.
are actually now manifesting my whole conviction. Sometimes
I'm not. So there's Dark Knight of Steel, the first volume. That's the one with Superman and all the medieval knights and all of that.
Yes.
Then there's not by Tom Taylor. There's now Dark Knight of Steel / All Winter. Still Tom Taylor with J. Fredericky and all of that. The black and white book. At the back of the book is the Aquaman story.
Okay.
But you know there's an ongoing Dark Knights of Steel now.
No,
that is Dark Knight of Steel All Winter.
Oh, it says All Winter. I just checked it. Dark Knight of Steel.
And is it the one that has Slade? Is Slade in it?
Yes, that's the black and white book.
What we're describing is the same book.
It's the same book. There are only 2 Dark Knights of Steel books, the old one and this one.
No. I'm saying that there is a Dark Knights of Steel story that's happening now that has Arthur Curry in it.
Yeah, but I think it's the same book. That's what I'm saying.
It's the same book. It's at the back of the Slade book.
Okay. I understand what you're saying now.
You understand? Okay. So that what you mentioned, what will be my next book, and that will be Gotham by Gaslight, Kryptonian Age.
Oh, sorry. Good.
Yeah. So this one is a steampunk book.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
Steampunk, not medieval age, Victorian era.
Victorian, yeah.
Yes, Victorian era kind of book. The original Gotham by Gaslight, if you've read it, it was just Batman and his crew.
Yes.
Now, this expands the world to include the Green Justice League, basically. We see, and how they appear in this particular age.
I'm going to download this book.
Yeah, and I'm really loving it. Like, the Justice League in this Gotham, in this kind of steampunk Victorian era, and it's very, very good. How they are being introduced, how Green Lantern fits into it, how the Kryptonians fit into it. It's not and like with All Winter, it's not just a retelling of their stories with what's this thing called? With in Victorian era time, with a new shit.
It's all different,
It's all different. Like it's completely unique in how they fit in. Superman is not just a Kryptonian that crashed to Earth from an alien planet. It's completely different. Wonder Woman is not coming from the island of this thing. She literally comes from hell in this particular book because the Amazons. So Kryptonian it's called the Kryptonian Age because apparently Kryptonians came here ages ago.
And the artifacts all over the place.
So they're all Kryptonian artifacts all over the place. We don't even know how Clark came in here. And Clark, so Clark is a bumbling sheriff when we see
him. He's a sheriff, yes.
Yeah. Like it's the kind of idiot that gets lucky, and when they shoot at him, he's always just by mistake, he dodges, it misses him, and things like. So it has that kind of feel to it.
Okay.
But, this is one of my favorite all universes book going on. Yeah.
Okay.
I would definitely take an animated movie of this particular of the first Gotham by Gaslight and then this one. Because even the Green Lantern what's his name? Is Alan.
Alan Scott.
Yeah. Alan Scott. And even the way Green Lantern powers manifest here is completely different. So this is a proper alt universe. It's someone that's taken time to think deeply about the story he wants to tell and is telling it well. So yes.
Who's it by?
Gotham by Gaslight. Why is the name escaping my head right now?
I didn't see who the writer is, but I'm gonna read this. Let's read this. Okay, cool. Let me see. I can do an honorable mention. I like Wonder Woman by Tom King. What?
Yeah. I'm tapped out. I have nothing else.
Okay, that's
fine.
Yeah, Wonder Woman, Tom King. That's a good one. Yeah.
I'm not sure how I feel about that book though. I like several issues. I like several issues of that book, but as a whole, I'm not sure how I feel about it.
I like the
Like
book.
I don't
This
like
is the
that's
first.
yeah,
So
continue.
go on. No, after you.
Yeah. So I was saying that I like several issues of the book, but I don't know how I feel about the book as a whole. There are
Okay.
several concepts in the book I hate, like the sovereign and his lie is what is lasso of lies,
Yes,
and
yes, yes.
the way the politics work there. But
Yes.
like the individual Tom King stories, like the one where she's with Superman and Batman,
Yes,
she's
yes.
with Superman and they're looking for a gift for
And then,
Batman,
yeah,
or the
a present. Yeah.
yeah, or the one she's with her sisters and they're
Yeah.
fighting. Yeah, or the
Oh,
one
shut
where
up.
she stands down, where she shuts up Sergeant Seal multiple times, and they try to attack
Yes.
her, and she. So I like all of these ideas, but like in this book, it's just weird for me. The whole
Okay.
conflicts and everything just feels off for me. Yeah.
Okay. I think I love the book. I really, really, really like it. I really, really,
Okay.
really like the book. But okay, fair enough, fair enough.
Yeah. What do you love
Okay.
about it though?
I like the characterization of Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
I like the art as well by Sam Pierre. I like
Sam Page, one of the best artists working.
she's
the art is the best thing of this book. The
yeah.
writing,
I mean, she's big. She's
Yes.
like 6 feet in this one. You can tell that okay, this woman can fight. I like the way she looks. I like the action bits. Like there's has some flashbacks to when she's training in Themyscira. You know, I like I just like she's also a very compassionate person in this book. Like you get the sense of she's a very powerful person, but she's also quite compassionate. And that's one thing I've always liked. No, not out. I lie. That's one thing I've struggled to understand about Wonder Woman. And I think that's one thing that Wale has always liked. And I'm actually getting it now. And that's why I like Absolute Wonder Woman #1 as well. Because she's a fighter, but she's like there's a bit where she's on the island in Absolute #1, where I think something bites her, like a dragon bites her or a lizard bites her. And she like smacks you on there and I say, stop. And then she carries it again and then she starts hugging it, and she was a baby there. I just like the fact that she's compassionate, but at the same time, she's a badass. I'm finally getting that about Wonder Woman because I'm not a Wonder Woman fan at all. But I like that Tom King book. And I like the fact that she's like, they've tortured her, they've tried to do everything to break her spirits. But no, like they've not been able to break her spirit. I just like it.
One thing I will say about Tom King, the character is writing about when he's
That he
writing about them,
selects. He will make that person the best person in the world.
Not just the best person. He
Oh, sorry,
gets their
I apologize.
characterization.
Yeah, you're right.
Not just the best. He gets their characterization to its T. Like
You're right.
Wonder Woman in this book, it's Wonder Woman distilled.
Yeah.
The Superman, when he writes Superman, that is Superman distilled. Like you get why you care about Superman. You get why you care why people like Wonder Woman in his books. Omega Man, when he did for what's this thing called?
Green Lantern.
Yeah, this White Lantern dude.
Kyle.
I didn't like that dude. Yeah, Kyle. I didn't like Kyle to direct Omega again, to be honest.
Kyle Rayner.
Yeah. So things like that, he understands characterization very well. You might not agree with his characterization, but you get it.
I don't agree with it. Yes, that's true.
Yes, you might not agree with it, but it's something he communicates well.
Yeah,
and this is why I don't even like him. He does what you described a lot of time at the expense of other characters in those books.
Yeah.
So
I mean, Batman is actually retarded in that Penguin book. He's so stupid.
I just don't. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Tom King can write good books.
Yeah,
sometimes I think when he's playing in the bigger world, like he's doing in DC, sometimes, especially in the mainstream ones, like the ongoing mainstream ones, some of the things he does to some of the other characters around
are absolutely insane.
Yeah, they don't make no sense to me whatsoever.
Absolutely insane. Yeah. I mean, the whole
I can never forgive him for what he did to Wally West.
I mean, Catwoman taking out the Flashes can never be forgiven.
It can never be forgiven.
Yeah.
Or Harley
That's
Quinn.
one of the dumbest thing ever.
Taking out the Trinity. Oh gosh.
Wally West became a murderer. And do you notice now they don't mention that Wally West isn't anymore?
Of course not. It's one of those things you'd like to forget. It will be one random author that will bring it, one random writer in 20 years' time that will bring it back and say, yeah, but it was canon that Wally West was a murderer.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's it for me today.
Doctor, do you have any other ones you want to mention? Any other honorable mentions?
Well, actually, you know what? I will. And I'm not. So this is a book I literally read today, and it's only one
Yeah.
issue. And it's weird. I have not read. I'm presuming everybody here knows Archie.
Yes.
Archie, Betty, Veronica.
Yes.
Yeah, Riverdale, the Riverdale crew.
Yeah.
I literally was just last week. I just saw this comic come out, Justice, and it says Archie Andrews is Justice. What's this? It was by Tim Tilley, and I thought, you know what? I've not read. Why not? So I downloaded it and read it. I actually enjoyed it. It's first issue. Archie is a superhero in this, and there's a lot of backstory that they fill in, but it was quite a good read. You got there's Jughead in it, there's Veronica's in it, Betty's in it.
So it's the whole Riverdale, yeah.
Yes, but Riverdale, they're like in a big city, so Riverdale's not. From my memory, Riverdale was a small town, a small village.
It was a town.
Basically, the characters in the superhero universe.
Yes.
Are they grown or they're still kids?
No, they're around. Back in those days, they were like teens, correct?
They were teens.
Yeah.
They were in high school. Yeah.
I think even now they're not more. I think they're probably 1920s. I'm not even sure what the age range is, to be honest. But Jughead is Jughead. He's still the guy who eats a lot, but it's not like in the comedic manner anymore. I can't describe this book. So you have this character that you recognize, but they're now in almost a standard Marvel / DC type where superheroes exist.
Yeah.
But at the moment, from what I'm reading, he's the first and only one.
Okay.
That's not going to power all of them up. Don't worry.
But what happened to him to give him his powers is something that can happen to other people.
Got you. Okay.
And I think for the issues, some of his friends gonna.
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think Reggie, who's always his friend,
rival anyway. Yes.
Will now become an enemy, I think, from what I've seen. But it's just I didn't enjoy it, and I thought, oh god, I've not read this character in ages. Now I'm reading him as a superhero, and I thought it was going to be bad when I actually downloaded it, but I enjoyed it.
Okay.
So I will continue now, which is weird. I'm going to go back to start reading Archie comics. So I will continue.
Okay, I'm going to look for this.
I think it's it's meant to be 5-issue miniseries from what I understand.
Okay. I'm going to buy it, so I'll read it.
Oh, okay.
So, okay.
Yeah.
I have some honorable mentions I'll mention quickly. Zatanna Bring Down the House. I like Zatanna as a character, but there are not a lot of books of her. Yeah. You don't like the book? I like the book.
Yeah, I like it. You don't like it, you said?
I don't.
Yeah. Why?
You don't like it?
I don't like it. I don't.
Okay.
The whole rabbit girl, and it feels very zany somehow. That I can't really just.
Okay. It is zany. It is definitely zany.
Oh yeah, but I'm in the chase so far. I'm not a big Santana fan. Normally,
I like it.
I don't mind it.
Yeah. Then Fire and Ice in Smallville. That's like a comedy series.
You guys didn't like that book.
It's just stupid.
It was just stupid.
It's just stupid.
I didn't like it at all.
That's the whole point. It's a very stupid book.
It was just
over the top comedic silliness. Yeah. So I enjoyed reading it. Basically, it's that kind of foolish book here. There's no, if you're going to that book, there's no sense in that particular book at all. These books are still ongoing, but I'm really enjoying them. Jenny Sparks.
Not started that book yet.
Jenny Sparks, it's weird.
Sorry. What on earth are you enjoying in that book?
It's
you were literally the first person that said that book was good.
I read the first issues. I've read 4 or 5 now.
Okay. So basically,
this is Tom King at his worst, in my view.
Wow.
So basically, make Captain Atom a god, and
That
Yeah,
is saying a
give
lot.
him God
People
like
say Tom
yes,
King as its worst.
exactly. Make him a god and make him a madman
Oh,
and make Justice League idiots. That's that's the setting for the book. But I like Jenny Sparks, the way Jenny Sparks has been presented in this book. And
Well,
yeah,
okay. This is my biggest issue again.
okay.
He's doing this thing where he's popped up Captain Atom to this mega level,
Yes.
but he's done this normal thing where he turned them into a nut job. Like he does it almost every comic where
every book.
where is a well-known character, you turn him to like this evil version. Then he's got Jenny Sparks. Yes, he's now popped this spark. The sass is there, the attitude is there, the English attitude game is all there. But hang on a minute, why is she getting away with stuff that murks the Justice League?
Because she's not fighting.
Yeah, but
You get
those other
yeah.
guys. No, this is guy who's totally not job, and he's been doing stuff to other people who were not fighting him.
No, so
It's
basically the concept of the book is that
very
he's
Tom
a
King. It's
yeah.
very
So
Tom.
he's blatant Tom King, but in this instance, imagine Atom gets godlike powers. The Justice League tries to take him down, and he takes all of them down. Jenny
Okay.
Sparks is not fighting him. She's going in there to try and talk. Like she's like the hostage negotiator in this particular case.
Okay.
And she's doing it in a very Jenny Sparks way, where she's being
Thank you.
completely disrespectful,
Thank
sassy,
That's it.
and
Yeah.
all of that with him, but in the way he gets.
Okay.
And you have this, yeah.
No, sorry, I'm sorry. This is
No.
purely the book allowed to get away with. There's other characters in that same bar who are
Yeah.
a bit more politeful and getting punched more. Nah,
Yeah, because they are like pawns. So imagine what this story reminds me of is that Sandman issue where this guy gets godlike powers and he traps people in the
exactly
Diner.
diner. That
Yeah.
diner scene,
That's what they're going for.
basically.
Yeah.
That's what the book is going. I think the book is going for.
It's-
But
no,
now
it's-
you have the Justice League there and Johnny Sparks there as well. Justice League, they are a bit of a non-character, but they are still there. One of my
They're all
favorite
there.
parts of this book,
Yes. For this,
they're out there.
this is 4 issues or 5 issues.
For
He
so
took-
far.
He dealt with them in the first issue. These Justice League are still they're still laying on the floor in fourth issue in this bar.
Wow.
all knocked out.
But this is the same guy. But this is the same guy that kills people and brings them back to life. So, but my favorite part of the book so far is where I think it's the second or third issue where we do a flashback to Jenny Sparks and Superman in the conflict zone,
Yeah.
where Jenny Sparks challenges his status quo morality of not intervening in
Yeah.
war
human-
zones.
well,
Yeah, in human conflict by bringing him to that particular zone because he's having coffee there, and he comes there to come and I think I can't remember either, but they were having a conversation there, and she like challenges that there's a bomb about to explode.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There.
When
Would you
there's-
say you are not interfering because of your old policy? You're not interfering in conflict. You
Yeah.
allow this kill some innocent civilians,
Yeah.
and that back and forth is the kind of thing I enjoy when people challenge Superman on that.
Yeah.
Because it brings his morality right into our faces and you discuss it. So that conversation, I enjoyed it a lot. And Tom King is
Okay.
the best at doing things like that.
Okay.
So overall, I'm waiting to see where it goes with this and how it brings about the madness.
You love Tom King. Just admit
No,
it.
yeah, I
When-
enjoy Tom King books, especially because Tom King, he goes for big themes about in his storytelling. He's trying to pass a particular message in his story. So I'm trying to see what is his message.
You've been praising him since distilling character, breaking this down,
Where
doing
was
this.
his message in that Watchman book? Where's his message in that?
I
Adam
actually did
King?
not finish. I like the Adam Strange book, but I actually never finished that Watchmen book or Rorschach. I could not finish.
Remind me, this Jenny Sparks is also I don't even know. It's not a universe, right?
Jenny Sparks.
Yeah.
It's a Black Label book.
Oh yeah, as usual. You
None of this Black Label. You can don't do anything there, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nonsense.
Another honorable.
I'm reading
Yeah.
it because I absolutely adore
Jenny.
Jenny Sparks as a character. So I'll read
Yes.
it, even though this man didn't well. It's
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah. Other
Yeah,
honorable
another-
mentions. Yeah, Plastic Man No More.
Yeah,
Christopher
that's good.
Cantwell.
I
I
agree.
I love this book.
Yeah.
I love this. This is the story of how hero becomes a villain in his quest to save his son, and I'm like, it keeps getting further and further and further in
Can you say
his
a former villain turned hero
hero.
turning back to villain?
And it starts to watch him degrade. So like it's degrading physically, it's degrading
Yeah.
morally, and you are
Yeah.
wondering at the end of the day, is it even going to be worth it?
Yeah.
Because as of right now, I'm not even sure the cost is what the price is going to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the point in which they were like, the lady theorized that if you go and get plutonium, that will be able to like Pluto, or like just gotta be the Justice League and find a way to just say that look, it's not for me, it's for my son. But now you're
No,
not like,
it
okay, I
doesn't
have to
do
go and
that.
steal it. Okay, okay, me and the Metal Man, let's go. And then you now get the Metal Man killed. Allah.
So he has even passed that level where he now kills somebody himself. So Metal Man, he does it by accident. But this monkey, what's his name again? No, hey, the monkey
The
detective, the
detective
back
monkey, detective chimp.
chimp, yes, detective
Yeah,
chimp,
yeah.
where he now kills him,
I've not read that.
purposely to kill. That's the latest issue. Where he
Yeah.
beats him graphically, I think almost to death. We don't know if he's dead completely, to keep the secret. So
Kill the Metal Man, kill the chimp.
yeah, it's getting worse and worse.
It's just and you know what?
Yeah.
This is kind of I really don't get me wrong, I'm enjoying the book,
Yeah,
but what he's doing is what I expect Tom King to write him to do.
something to write.
Yeah.
Yeah, but one thing you get the desperation, and this is the kind of desperation that drives people to crime sometimes.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
get the desperation from the
no,
character where they
true.
cannot see
Yeah,
any other alternative.
yeah,
And
yeah,
like you said,
yeah.
it could have gone to meet the Justice League. But it reminded me of the Birds of Prey book where they said, I can go and meet Diana. But if Diana says no, that's the end.
Yeah,
There's nothing we can do again.
yeah.
So I'll rather sneak in and try my luck.
Fair enough. That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. That is
Yeah.
true.
So
That is
I'm really looking forward to seeing how that book ends.
Yeah, it has a
Yeah.
very body horror vibe with the way he's
Yo.
melting and yeah,
Yeah. And his hand has grown sentience on its own. I'm like,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That's a
It's
good
very
book.
gross.
I like the dynamic with the kid. You know,
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I'll also mention Ultimate Spider-Man. I think that should be my last honorable mention.
Okay.
Ultimate Spider-Man.
I'm still on the fence, you know.
I'm very much on the fence on this.
Still
There's
on the fence.
some Ultimate Spider-Man has some god tier issues. Like when he writes the dialogue between some characters, I'm like, I'm clapping. But the overall story, I'm
My,
still
my problem with that book is
yeah.
where are you going to end this? How is this going to end? Is my biggest issue with this because it ties into the bigger story.
And I don't like the bigger story at
We
all.
might not get the satisfying. If this was like like Ultimate Spider-Man from Bendis, where it's just
Yeah.
I would be totally on board. But because I know it's Hickman, and I know it's attached to the rest of the Ultimates, I got a feeling that maybe one issue to the end, they just big fight is all done, kind of. You know, because it's a bit of a slow burn as well.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
so that is actually my main issue.
Right,
That book, this book is on issue 8, 9, something like that.
11,
11.
12.
It genuinely feels to me like this book is still on issue 4 or 3. It is too slow.
Yeah.
It is too for a Spider-Man book.
I
That's
don't
how it feels
mind.
to me.
Yeah,
That's how it
it's
feels to
slow.
me. It genuinely like I feel like when I start the first page, I get to the end. Like I just start the first page and I go to and that's it. And the book is done. I'm like,
Yeah.
I get what Kate means. This book will probably read a lot better collected.
Yeah.
yeah,
This is the kind of
I
book that
suspect
this is the
so.
kind of book that I would want to read 1 to 100 at a go.
Yes,
But
yes.
but the thing is, it's Ipman. I don't think it will get to 100.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
This slow dribs and drabs, it's such a slow burn, you know. Okay,
Yeah.
we meet Harry now. Then 2 issues later, you know, we're at Harry. We now go and meet Oz, and then Octavius, and then He now takes a sample, and then Iron Lad, and then there will be some issues that, oh no, it's just him and Ben and Jameson. You know, I just wish he could move a bit faster. You know, I just really wish he could move a bit faster.
And we're still like, they're still setting up the Sinister Six.
Yeah, exactly.
We are meeting Black Cat. We've not even met Black Cat here, but we've just seen her in the background.
I'm like, when is this actually going to start?
Yeah,
I think as far like he's only fought one person, hasn't he? He's only fought like Shocker.
No, it's fought he fought the what's his name, Negative Man.
The what?
In the Negative Man.
Oh yeah. That's
some criminals here like that.
Okay.
But that's not even the point of the story. The point is not the fighting; it's everything else
Right,
that's happening.
I know, but I'm like, it's a Spider-Man who is not even spidering. Like, you're not saving people. You're not fighting villains.
It's not. I don't think it's about that. That's I think.
It doesn't matter. I need to see it now. Why are you wearing a costume then? Just wear.
Well, he's meant to fight. I'll get the whole idea. Is to fight. What's his name?
Kingpin.
Yeah, the rulers behind.
Yeah, he has fought Kingpin. Kingpin wiped his ass. Him and Osborn.
But yeah,
you know, I don't know.
We'll see where this book is going, because like the issue where Jameson and Ben Parker set up the mystery of Ben Riley.
Yeah.
That entire issue is like it was a beautiful read. I loved it, but I'm like, can we get the story going?
Can we get the story going?
Yeah,
there's a lot of setup.
Yeah.
There's a lot of setup.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will read this book when it's completed.
Yeah.
Hopefully it goes for as long as possible. I hope it goes like as long as Fantastic Four went, as long as Avengers went. When Hickman was writing them. I hope it goes that long, that we have a long story to read. Oh, yeah.
Same. And I hope it doesn't end in a stupid way. I just like
Oh, yes.
All right.
Those are some of our favorites. I don't think I heard
favorite and worst book. Yeah. You know, some I think, can I just mention some honorable ones as well? Penguin is good. Tom King's Penguin. Daredevil is good. I think that's Saladin Ahmed. That's a good book as well. Daredevil has come back again. But yeah. Captain America is good.
No.
It's good.
That's actually quite enjoyable. Yeah.
What's enjoyable about Captain America?
No, it's good. It's a good book.
Okay.
It's a good book. The characterization, the way his internal monologues.
Is it this guy? Is it Steve or
Steve?
Mark?
Steve.
No, we talk. What is the cap?
No, Wilson. Steve.
Not Wilson.
Yeah, no Wilson.
Okay. Wait, which Captain America? Is it the one where Nick Spencer is writing that there was one for Wilson, there was one for Cap?
No. It's not that one.
There's a new volume.
Yeah, there's a new one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's only like 3 issues in or 2.
No. It's about 14.
No, the new story arc.
Oh, okay. No.
The one with that lady.
With the mutants, yeah.
Sorry,
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
Wait, so how many issues is this book, and who is it by?
I can't remember who wrote it, to be honest.
See, now I'm going to check my backlog, but I think I've deleted the last issue.
You said it's how many issues?
No,
right now?
14, and then
14.
There's a new story arc.
Okay.
So be like, something. There's a new arc. So
this is Trasnaki. No. I'll read it. I didn't know we had a new story going on.
Yeah.
By Michael Straczynski. I forgot not to
pronounce it. Yes.
Yeah.
The guy that did Moon Knight.
Yeah. He's a good writer.
Yeah, he's very good. I don't know why he took off for a while. Also,
he has done some. I think he did H1 Superman at one point in time. Yeah, he's done a couple of books there. Like,
do you remember he had? I can't remember the name of it. He had his own comics.
He has his own universe as well.
Really good as well. And I don't know why.
Yes. JMS. Yes, I remember. I'm trying to remember the book, the universe, but
that story was good. I remember it was. They were almost like a copy of the Squadron Supreme. I'm pretty sure.
I'm trying to remember.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to bring it up. Yeah, he was. Have you ever read any of his own individual comics.
Just Moon Knight. No. I've only read.
No,
he's
his
good.
own books were good.
Yeah,
We should actually spotlight him one of these days and just
Yeah,
talk
we
about
do.
his
Yeah,
books. Yeah.
now I remember that one of his books was one of my favorite books for a couple of years.
Okay.
Now I can't remember.
He
What it was.
wrote Superman Grounded, where Superman walks.
Yes,
I
that
like
was
that.
it. Yeah, that was it. Yeah,
Yes,
that
where
was
Superman was just walking and not flying and doing any
it.
super. Yeah.
Unless I'm mixing him up, he came off Babylon 5 into comics.
Oh, that's I think so.
Yeah, I think that was him. He came off Babylon 5 into comics, and then he was big in comics. I'm trying to.
Yeah. But we
Yeah,
should definitely do a spotlight on JMS. He's one of those
Yeah,
writers I really like. Yeah.
He's done a lot. I'm trying. I really now want to know what that. I need to remember what that book was called.
Okay, guys. Yeah, let's.
This is a good
wrap
point
it.
to
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, those are some of the books we've enjoyed this year. Let us know which ones you think we missed or which ones you think
Which
we
one
should
you want
read.
to add? Yeah.
Yeah, and what are your favorite books? What are your least favorite books? And yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Next week. Yes. So next week, I believe we should have watched
Creatures Commandos.
Creature Commandos. Yes, exactly. So
It got a perfect score on Rotten Tomatoes.
yeah, by next week we'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So guys, remember to rate, like, subscribe, Naija's Geeking Out, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Thank you very much for listening, and we'll talk to you next week. Today.
Yeah, good night, guys. We'll see you next week with Creature Commandos.
That all.
Yeah. Thank you again for listening. See you later.
Shut the fuck up.